everyone. We are back again for the Leaders Lounge Free to Soar because we're in the Free to Soar mode right now. And I got another great guest who's joining me in just a moment. Before we get into that, I always have to tell you to first connect to the World Class Training Institute for all of your leadership and professional development training needs, and pick up our latest book, Unpacking Agape, the 7 Languages of Intentional Leadership, at worldclasstraining.net/agape. That's worldclasstraining.net/agape. Unpacking Agape, the 7 Languages of Intentional Leadership. It will bless you. For anybody who's a new or even developing leader, it provides you with tools that you can use forever. So get that. I'm going to take that off though right now, so you can always roll this back if you need it, because we are getting into Free to Soar. Our Free to Soar program is starting on December the 1st. Is 4 virtual training programs to help you start 2025 ready to excel. It is a virtual planning workshop, and I am super excited to start it again. We did it last year, and the participants who were part of it just had amazing results. So I'm bringing to the stage another great person who had amazing results from the program. And he happens to be also my sunshine. So I am bringing him up right now. My son, Brian Keith Cooper II. How are you, son?
I'm great. How are you doing?
I'm wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for taking a few moments out of your super busy day to join me and talk about Free to Soar.
Yes, you're welcome.
Yes. Audience, before I get into the program, I do have to share, I'm a mama who loves to brag on her son, and so I'm about to brag on mine. My son, he currently lives in Charlotte. He's a Charlotte violinist. He's also a co-founder of Exile Music, where they co-create along with his partner Jakin O'Neill, just amazing music. He does violin. He's available for violin events. So if you have weddings, if you have birthdays, if you have any other type of gathering of people where you want to kind of up level it, then call my son, connect to him on We Want Cooper on Instagram, and he is there for you. I know that he's excellent because his dad and I were a part of his training. So he's been trained since he was 5 years old. So that's over 20 years of violin training experience. And he was Suzuki trained as well. So he's not only classically trained, he is an artist. He also is a pianist, a keyboardist, or musician as well, right? Would I say pianist, sir? Yeah, he's a pianist. Yeah. Keyboardist, yeah. So he's a musical director at his church. So he does so many great things. And I'm just proud of you, son. I am always. Yes, you're welcome. So Brian and Georgianne, his wife, were a part of our Free to Soar program because they were getting ready to enter the world of marriage. They got married this year in February. And, as they are shaping their lives and growing into the family and into the people that they want to be in society, they decided to tap into our Free to Soar program last year. So, Brian, before we get into our rapid fire questions, just share a little bit about your thoughts on the program and how it benefited you.
Yes, I think for me, my thoughts on the program was that the program was, well put together. It was properly planned. I think that the roadmap of the journey that you took us as the instructor was nicely put together, because obviously, soaring is talking about flying, but if you're flying different, if you're not flying in order or don't know where you're going, then life can be it can be mumbo jumbo. And so I think that the way in which you planned everything along with the teaching and the special guests and things like that definitely helped us to get a jump start at 2024. So thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's my pleasure. And so, what Brian is referring to is that we use this eagle mentality, which we'll go through each of the weeks to help shape our discussions each week. Are several core principles that we can get from how eagles soar and how eagles live
Mhm.
that we can use to strengthen ourselves. So, every week, we will be talking about something related to that. And then we also utilize, which I'm just going to show Georgie's right quickly. We won't go into all of the depth of it, but just so people can see. So you also will be creating your own success plan. So this is the one that his wife created for herself. It's from Dr. Herbert Harris's book. Let me just show the book right quickly. The 12 Universal Laws of Success. And if things work the way we want, the way it looks like it's going to work, we may even be having a special guest. Dr. Herbert Harris join us, but don't write that in stone yet. We are still, working out those final details. So, yeah, the success plan that you wrote out. Talk a little bit about how that helped you to stay focused as you move through the year.
Uh, one of the gaps for me is that I can be uh, unorganized. So um, so really, just having a success plan allow me to organize, gather my thoughts, and um, you know be able to plan ahead. So that
Yeah.
helped me, and then even give myself, um, you know, congratulate myself, as well as see the things that I didn't even plan, but allow me to soar even higher. For example, one of the things that wasn't in my success plan was becoming a licensed, final expense agent this year. But
Oh yeah, and I forgot to
I was
mention that one.
able, I was
Yeah.
able to accomplish that and start that venture as well. So I'm looking, to help really anybody. Um, anybody of any age, but especially our 40 and up individuals just looking to help you get covered. So that's something that um, just is an added value. But had I not had a success plan in mind, I wouldn't be able to see and identify the successes, with um, my businesses, as well as things that I didn't anticipate being a part of what was in store for me, but this year, and just you know
Yeah.
committing myself and stuff like that.
Right. No, that's good. And I forgot to even mention that actually two other things that he does. So yeah, he just recently became a licensed final expense agent,
Yes.
which is huge because everybody, whether we want to admit it or not, but we're gonna go to the other side one day, and so we want to be prepared for that. So you guys can
Hmm.
connect with him on that. He's also a teacher, a
Yes.
music teacher. He does private lessons and he works at a school. So he's just so doing so many things. And
Yes.
you're right. I just want to tap into what you just said. You can write the plan, and then when you achieve those micro goals, but then you also have an opportunity to have some stretch goals that you didn't even write down because you've kind of organized where you are and you look up and you're like, you know what? It even turned out greater than I had anticipated, right?
Yeah.
So that's an additional celebration that you have from having it already written, saying, okay, I got that, but look up, guess what? I got more than that. I ended
Hmm.
up with more than that. So yeah, that's a huge takeaway. I'm glad that you shared that. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, so as you're looking forward into kind of wrapping up the year, where are you with relation to your success plan? Are there still things that, because we got a couple months left, are there things that you're still looking to achieve that were on the plan, or would you say that you've pretty much by this fourth quarter wrapped up and accomplished most of the things that you set out to accomplish this year?
Um, I think there's, I think I've set out most of the things that most of the things I set out to accomplish. I did. However, there's still some things that I want to accomplish this year.
Yes.
Um, uh, Financially, um, that it's still time to do.
Yeah.
So that's um, that's that's what I can think of. But all in all, um, I say yes. It's been a great year.
Yeah, very good. Yeah,
Yeah,
I would say so too, just from the outside looking in. Yes.
yeah,
Yeah, it has been. You got married and
right,
um you started this new second business. He's also in school. It's just been a fantastic year. And as we talked about earlier, or with Georgianne when I had the segment with her, was it's also important to celebrate those micro wins, because we can get bogged down in saying, well, I don't have this, but
right,
then we don't even take a moment to say, but oh, look what the Lord has done. Look
right.
how many things I have achieved. And particularly being in business, I think it's super important to really tap into those micro wins along the way, because those little celebrations become the fuel to get recharged and to then keep going. Wouldn't you say so?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, yeah. Because sometimes when we look at the whole big picture, we can say, "Oh, I can't get there. Oh, this didn't work out." But it's like, but what did we do? What
Right.
what are the things that did go our way? Yes. So as we wrap up, because I know you have to get back to work, I just have 4 rapid fire questions for you. I'm going to ask you these questions. You
All
tell
right.
me your answers, and then we'll close out. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So the first one, what was the benefit of creating your success plan just before the start of the new year?
The benefit was uh, more success than I could have imagined.
Okay.
Yep.
And by doing it just before the start of the first year, it helped you to have more success than you could have imagined.
Right. Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Yep.
right. Great. What was one of your biggest hurdles in achieving your 2024 goals, and how did our session on Eagles handling storms help you?
Um, One of the biggest challenges uh, was not agreeing with uh, quitting or giving up. Um, yes. So there's a lot of times this year I could have given up on my planned dreams, stuff like that, and so it's real easy to quit. But uh, I think that understanding that storms don't last with
Mhm.
eagles and stuff like that.
Yes.
Um, I mean, sometimes you need a storm to see if you even well to kind of show you what you're made of. So um,
Yep. Hmm.
so that's how it's helped me this year. And,
Okay, very good. And then what's the most significant way you soared this year?
mm, the most significant way I soared this year. Uh, hmm, I mean, that's a good one. I, I don't know. I'm hitting. I guess I'll say I've hit. I hit goals. I didn't think I would hit before. If I'm, I think my life has changed. In big ways. So it's really significant because I feel like um, I've made a transition from the what is it the the job mindset or worker being a worker instead of being a boss. So
Okay.
So I,
Okay, very good.
mhm.
So kind of just pushing through the mental
Yeah,
acuity necessary, okay, to
or
be a
yeah,
boss.
just basically changing my mindset in that
Okay.
manner. Hmm. That
Okay.
was significant.
And then the last question is, what is one thing you say to people who are considering attending Free to Soar 2025 Power Moves but are unsure about it?
I say if you're considering, then that means that you consideration means that there was a point in time where you were sure.
Mm,
So um, if you're unsure now, um, I think that that's just your mind kind of telling you or trying to bring you to that comfortability place and space that you agree with. Um, but you've already made the decision, even with your um, kind of hesitation. So
right.
I just say, you know, definitely jump, take advantage of this course, and you know, uh, Miss Dawn's gonna treat you right. And